This is an interesting algebraic problem from the Norwegian Math Olympiad, where we need to simplify the expression as much as possible. To get a better overview, we substitute x in instead of the square root of pi squared minus pi. This is smart as this part is in both of the two terms of the expression. We now need to make the observation that the expression is on the form square root of a plus square root of b, where this part is a and this part is b, and we can thereby use this rule for roots. The expression now looks a bit messy, but we can see that the first two terms have the same denominator, and we can thereby make them into a single fraction. And in this new fraction, we see that the x's cancels out, and we are therefore left with 2 pi over 2, where the two 2's cancel out with each other. We have now simplified the first part a lot, and therefore takes a look at the part inside the inner root. The two fractions are multiplied, and we remember that the two numerators must be multiplied and the two denominators are multiplied. From here we can simplify the denominator to 4. We now notice that the numerator is on the form a plus b times a minus b, where a is equal to pi and b is equal to x, and we can therefore simplify to pi squared minus x squared. The value of x is now substituted back in. We remember that x was the square root of pi squared minus pi. The smart thing here is that the square root and the exponent of 2 cancels out with each other. We now move minus inside the parenthesis and get minus pi squared plus pi. The two terms with pi squared cancel out, and in the numerator, we are left with pi. The square root is now moved out, so we have a root in the numerator and 1 in the denominator. The square root of 4 is 2, which cancels with the 2 outside the fraction. We are now left with the square root of pi minus the square root of pi, which can't be simplified anymore, and this is therefore the final answer.